Hey guys, it's Voiceover Jay and welcome to our feature on the Carnival HUB App. This app is available and functional on all ships in the Carnival fleet. So here is the main screen of the app, and if you press the menu button in the upper left corner when you're not on a ship yet, you don't get a whole lot of good choices. You have Home, which is where we just came from, and Good to Know. If you click Good to Know, it will redirect you over to the Carnival site, probably to read a frequently asked questions. So we'll back out of that. You have Cruise Deals and Terms and Conditions, and those also both redirect to the Carnival site, so we'll skip those for now. Back to the main screen, you have a relatively new feature for the app, which is a countdown. You have Log In, Book Cruise, and instructions on how to connect to the app, which is once you're on a ship, you turn your device in airplane mode, connect to the Carnival Wi-Fi. You don't need to purchase a package for this, you just connect to the Wi-Fi, and you're ready to go, so no purchase necessary. So returning back to that countdown, if you hit the Enter Cruise Date button, which for us is May 6th, 2019, that's our next cruise on the Carnival Legend to Alaska at this point, it will show you a cute little countdown that you can share. You can either hit the Share Countdown button, which will pop up some options on your device, or just take a screenshot of it and share it around the Gram and the Facebook and the Twitter and all that stuff, like we do sometimes. So if you hit the Log In button, you'll see three options: I'm on board, the booking number, and Log In. If you hit I'm on board and you're not on ship Wi-Fi yet, you get instructions on how to get on the ship Wi-Fi. The booking number option will bring up a form you can fill out that you punch in your sailing information. Or the login button is a little easier. That actually just lets you use your credentials from the carnival.com website to log into the app. If you're not on a ship yet, there's not a whole lot you can do. Most everything you click is going to redirect you off to read something on the Carnival website. But you can see all sorts of options for excursions, gifts, spa, dining, but everything you click, like I said, boom, Carnival website. So we're going to bypass all that fun for now. Now once you are on board, you hit the I'm on board button, oddly enough. Punch in the folio number from your ship card and your birth date, and a whole world of possibilities will open up to you. Now, we recorded this on the last day of our Carnival Conquest cruise, so it says next stop Fort Lauderdale. So sad. Debarkation day, but anyway. You can see here on the main screen quick links for what's happening now, favorites, ship maps, dinner attire, other helpful things like shore excursions, pixels photos, pizza delivery on some ships, places to eat. This thing is loaded with lots of good stuff. From the main screen, if you press the menu button in the upper left, you get a whole treasure trove of information. Here's a quick little glance down the list, but we will go through these one at a time. Starting from the top, we have People. This shows everybody that you have linked to your reservation. In this case, it's just D, but usually Ricky and Laura are in there, and anybody else that we've requested, like our dining tables, to be linked up, typically. Under Chat, that will let you chat with any of the folks in your people list. It's $5 per device, and that is the whole length of the cruise, not per day. So per device that wants to access and use the chat feature. And I believe that is to send chat or receive chat. You have to pay the $5. You do have to leave the app running in the background to receive your messages, like on an iPhone. If you do the double click or whatever and force close it, you don't get notifications, so you miss messages. So that is good to remember. Leave the app open in the background. Our next stop is Favorites, and there's nothing in here at the moment, but usually this is a list of activities that you have noted an interest in, and we'll get to that in a second. One of the main features of this app, obviously, is the What's Happening section, which is basically a digital fun times. It lists everything happening around the ship. At the top, it lists the days, so you can actually look ahead to see activities coming up later in the cruise. You could go back to a past day if you're trying to remember, oh, what day did we go to blah, blah, blah. You can scroll back and look at, past days, like I just said, repeating myself. You can see heart icons over to the left-hand side, which if you tap one of those, that's how you designate a favorite that you may have an interest in attending. Over on the right, it actually shows you how many people in your linked group have expressed interest in that activity as well. You can see a few activities over there that D had selected and have a little icon with a number next to it. So it'll show you 1 people are interested, 2 people are interested, something like that. And if you poke a specific activity, it will bring up some details and the location on a deck map, which is kind of awesome, and another opportunity down there to add it to your favorites. Our next main menu item is actually menu items, food and drink. This shows you all the dining options around the ship when they're open. If it's an upcharge restaurant, it'll have a little $ next to it. And again, if you press on one of those, it pops up some extra information with a deck map as well as a menu. In some cases, we love going in here to check out the dinner menu for the evening or looking ahead to see the dinner menu on future evenings. You can usually see the breakfast menus, brunch menus, sometimes even the deli menu, but not every restaurant or choice is going to have a menu listed. Another good thing to note is stuff like tea time or chocolate buffet. Sometimes those don't show up under what's happening. They're going to pop up here under food and drink. So make sure that you're on the lookout for things like that so you don't miss them. They're fun. Our next stop is photos. That's mostly for the ships, obviously, that offer digital photos. Some of the ships are still in the printing and putting them out so you can pick them up and look at them mode, but I think everything is slowly transitioning to digital. If you hit the Get Started, it will actually offer to take a photo of your face. It does facial recognition. We've actually gotten some interesting incorrect photos of people that are not us that way, so apparently we look like other people sometimes. That's fun, but we'll skip all that for now. If you do carry on through there, you can skip the facial recognition part, but it'll show you the photos, because usually when the photographers are taking pictures, they'll say, what's your cabin number, so it can link it up, and it gives you an option to actually buy digital downloads right there in the app. Kind of handy. We've done that before. Shore Excursions is up next, and that is just as it sounds. You can filter by port. You can purchase right there in the app. They deliver the tickets to your cabin. Since we waited until the last day to record this on the app, there's not much there other than a Fort Lauderdale Airport transfer. But you can sort by price, narrow your results, all sorts of options there, just like you can do on the website. Moving to the next section, we have another fantastic feature, Ship Maps Deck Plans. And oddly enough, we use this feature most for locating restrooms. Very convenient. But it shows you a nice big deck map. You can scroll, back and forth. And if you tap at the bottom, you can change decks. And if you tap any red dot on a deck, it brings up a little bit more information about that particular point of interest. Open times is another good option that tells you when things are open. It's very handy because it's not very fun showing up to things when they're closed. So this shows things like the sports activities, mini golf, pools, water slides, shops, and all that goodness. Our next menu item is Good to Know, which tells you things that are good to know. There are only a few left in here on this day, just a goodbye note and a how to collect your liquor that you bought on the ship note, but these can change and be added to over the course of the cruise, so anything helpful will show up in here. Account summary is another great one that we use a lot, a super convenient way to see what charges are on your ship card. No more trudging to a kiosk or getting a printout from guest services. You can watch for any incorrect charges, track your cruise budget, and everything right on there. And if you hit the All Accounts option at the bottom, that lets you see anybody else's statement that is on your same onboard charge account as well. Getting down to the bottom now, Internet Packages takes you off to the Carnival website where you can either purchase internet or activate internet on your device, like if you have one plan and you need to switch it between, phones or something. You can also access free sites like Carnival.com and a few others without having to purchase a Wi-Fi plan. The feedback option brings up a nice little survey where you can give your thoughts on the Hub app, how it's been performing for you, how you think it could be improved upon. They have 21 questions in there as of right now, but I'm sure that could change. Just kind of scroll down so you get an overview of the questions in there. The last main menu option, Settings, brings you to the screen where you can change your profile photo, you can log out after your cruise has ended, toggle sounds, and read all sorts of fascinating legal jargon. Fun. And that's about it, but let's return to one of the fun new features that we kind of glazed over at the beginning, which is available on quite a few ships at this point. Pizza delivery. That's right, you can have the Pizzeria del Capitano make and deliver a pizza to anywhere on the ship for $5 per pie. We haven't actually done this yet, but I've poked through a few of the steps so we can see how it works. You basically choose delivery to your stateroom or to a ship area. Poking stateroom verifies your cabin number, but let's play with the other option. Choosing ship area brings up a deck list, and then it brings up a list of areas on that deck. And once you select an area, you lay down a marker at your actual location. You can move it around if you misclicked, and then hit continue. You choose your pies. Yes, it is $5 each $5 per pie. And that's where we stopped, because we didn't want to accidentally order one if we weren't hungry. But that is the basic overview of the Carnival HUB app. I think it actually shows when you go to download it, there is a list of ships that have that pizza delivery option, just in case you're curious about that. I'm sure it's on the Carnival site too. But anyway, once you go to settings and you hit log out, you'll be greeted with the start of an optional survey like this, but you can ignore that if you want to, or give them your feedback. It can help them improve. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick little feature on the Carnival HUB app as it stands right now at the beginning of 2019. They're always adding to and updating this app, so I'm sure some features will be added that are just fantastic that we have not talked about in here yet, but that's how technology goes. But this is super handy. It almost replaces the paper fun times at this point. We don't carry a paper fun times around anymore, we just use the app, but I do like to collect and take home the paper fun times just for, posterity, scrapbooking, or, all that stuff. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, become a Paromaniac today, check out all of our actual cruise vlogs and features over there. Make sure you socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, rock on!